It's October in Austin, which means it's time for the Austin Film Festival, our town's yearly celebration of the best and brightest narrative, animation, and documentary features and shorts. Your friendly neighborhood Docubloggers were fortunate enough to book interviews with some of the filmmakers and actors featuring their work this year. First up, Todd Berger and Kevin Brennan, two of the folks behind the new feature comedy, The Scenesters.
So tell me about it. What's The Scenesters about?
It's about a group of people in Los Angeles in the early 2000s who are crime scene workers. It's the people who go every day to work at crime scenes, the cops, the people you see on CSI, the cleaner. Like if there's a crime in your house, the police do not pay to clean it. You have to hire someone to clean it. So our main character is a crime scene cleanup guy, and there's a real business that really exists. It starts out sort of like it's the office at crime scenes and how these people live their daily lives working in this boring job. And then it turns into a murder mystery of there's a serial killer plaguing Los Angeles, and they decide the cops are inept. We're going to catch this guy ourselves, and we're going to make a movie about it. But so it's all found footage, so the frame story of the movie is that you're watching a trial on TV, and then all of the rest of the movie is video evidence presented in the trial. So it's crime scene videography, surveillance cameras, news reports, and it's all mixed together to tell the story of the Scenesters.
Why did you guys apply to the Austin Film Festival? I mean, besides it being sort of like a home base in a sense for you guys.
Well, we've been coming here. I mean, we came here as students when we were at UT, obviously, but as we've had vacationeer shorts in here for the past 3 years. Todd had a documentary that he did 2 years ago.
2007.
And Austin, I mean, it's obviously a great town, and we love coming here, and the food and everything else, and the fact that I'm on 2 hours sleep because of last night, it's good.
And I've always loved the Austin Film Festival because I do love their thing is they celebrate the writer, and the panels are amazing every year. And
editing has long been... Not going to answer itself.
Luminescent Ether Productions. It's the killer.
Killer? Our killer?
That's what he says.
On the phone now. Great. Put him on speaker. Should be good. What'd you do there, Jen?
I pressed the button.
No, you hung up, then pressed the button. You have to press the button and then hang up. Have you ever worked an office job in... Hello, killer?
This is the soloist.
After our interview with Todd and Kevin, they introduced us to Helena Way and Blaze Miller, the director and the star of the short film Lapse, both of whom also had a hand in the Scenesters.
We've been doing a lot of comedy and wanted to kind of sink our teeth into something a little bit more dramatic, and Lapse is basically, it's just a moment. It's 4 minutes, and it's a moment between a couple that is broken up, and it's just that moment after the breakup where they come back together, and they realize there's still the love there, but they can't ever go back to what it was before. I'm interested in doing a little bit more dramatic stuff. As an actor. And I tend to play more of the straight man in the comedy stuff. But I just really wanted to do something that was you could sink your teeth into. Like, it made people feel something that wasn't laughter. And I know Helena had been wanting to direct and work with actors, and I just came to her with the script, and she jumped on board right away. And Todd Berger was actually our cinematographer on it too. Yeah. So everyone got a chance to wear a different hat in the short. So we really just use it as a way to flex different muscles that we've been wanting to use. So.
Wrapping up our abbreviated coverage of 2009's Austin Film Festival was a short interview with Gary Lundgren, Diedrich Bader, and Michelle Lombardo, the director and two of the stars of the poignant baseball comedy Calvin Marshall, making its world premiere at the festival. Tell me a little bit about Calvin Marshall.
It's a story that sort of turns the sports genre on its ear. It's about a kid trying to play baseball, but he's not quite good enough. It's a comedy, it's a drama. It's about his experience pursuing his dream to play baseball.
In the film, I play volleyball, and actually, I played volleyball when I was younger in high school. I was
going to ask, you appear quite good.
Yes, so I got to relive this fantasy of being the best volleyball player ever. So, in reading the script, there's this kind of this love story between Calvin and Tori, and it's a very real story about being afraid to let love in and not knowing how to do it, and feeling it's much easier to push somebody away than allowing them in.
And what about Fred?
Well, Fred is a good example of somebody that has made the transition really well, in that he's really a truly happy person because he's found sort of a limited ambition. He likes to play baseball, but he's not a really good player, so he joined a softball league, and he's actually really happy doing it.
I'm so pumped you're playing with us tonight, man. I've already been through 2 sorry shortstops this year. I just couldn't get the job done.
Back and chase your pitches, Freddie.
Yeah. No meatballs tonight, man.
Now, if I understand it correctly, you guys, well, I'm sure you have, but you guys haven't seen the movie. Have you seen the movie?
I have, yes. I'll leave it at that. I've seen it too many times.
And why haven't you guys seen the movie yet?
Personally, for me, it was by choice. I made this little deal with myself, and I said, nope, I'm not seeing this film.
We tried to get her to see it.
Like, no, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it until it goes to a film festival. I want to see it with an audience. I want to see it on the big screen because I'm really not sure why. I really, really believed in the film, and I kind of didn't want to jinx it in the way. So I was putting it out there. It's going to be at a festival, so I'm not going to watch it until I see it at a festival. So tonight.
Okay, so that was very well said. What's your excuse?
I wanted to see it with Michelle.
Yes.
Good answer. So it's premiering tonight at the Austin Film Festival. Why Austin Film Festival? Are you excited to be here?
This is the perfect festival to premiere at. I think originally we were going to take the film right to theaters. That was the plan. We had some things put together where we were going to release the movie and skip festivals during the recession. That was sort of a business thought. But then we kind of changed our mind that maybe the festival circuit could add something really valuable to sort of a foundation for releasing the movie. So luckily we had a short here, in 2004, and they accepted our world premiere to screen here, and it just worked out. I think Austin's a great city because there's culture here, there's sports fans here, and there's smart film fans here. And I think the film is kind of a tweener where it kind of has one foot in the art houses, sort of, and one foot in the commercial multiplexes. So it just felt like Austin was a really good place to unveil the movie. So we're excited to be here.
There it is, folks, a small sliver of what's happening at Austin Film Festival 2009. Were you there? Share your experience with your fellow Docubloggers at docubloggers.org.